Hey, hi, my name is Melanie,
And my name is Carolina, and I go by Grace.
and for our story, for our fairy tale, we decided to choose The Three Little Pigs, but we renamed the story Lies of Sticks, Straws, and Bricks, The Wolf's Side. The reason why we chose this story was because the original story teaches a lesson about the value of hard work with future security, which is still important. However, we wanted to also teach not to be judgmental, and no matter if there's a challenging situation that comes in your life, you should learn to take accountability for your own actions and view challenging situations in a positive way or a different perspective.
Specific culture input. We did not have specific culture, however, we wanted to target all ages and various backgrounds, living either with one parent or two, or blended families with different backgrounds, or maybe living with grandparents. How well did you work with your partner together? We coordinate well during our Zoom meeting, and we work both collaboratively, creating the story. How did you communicate and stay on track? We communicated through Zoom, text, and Microsoft Team Meets. Lies of Sticks, Straws, and Bricks, The Wolf Side. As many may know, the story of the three little pigs whose houses were destroyed by me, the big bad wolf. However, nobody thought that one day I would have the courage to tell my side of the story, and today I'm letting the world know the real story of the three little pigs. Now, I know might shock many of you. After all, this story is old and it has been told extremely incorrect. Many of you have read this or been told this story and are now adults and may or may not be living with your own children. Some adopted or even have a blended families. Some of you may have taken the role of a teacher or are frequently around children to read stories like these. And because of that, I want to tell the story, the real story, my side. I know my looks may be intimidating because after all, I am big, tall, and furry with some large, sharp teeth, but I have a soft heart behind all of this fur. I go by Big W. The story goes like this. Once upon a time, there was a wolf who lived in a small town called Candy Lane. He spent most of the time gardening, reading books, collecting magazines for cooking. He was what you guys call now foodie, a foodie, one who enjoys eating. Big W worked as a critic undercover for restaurants, and because of that, he developed an interest in cooking.
During the winter, Big W suffered from severe allergies, so during that time, he would stay in, reading books and munching on some jelly candies that he bought every year after the October festival. During the month of October, all of the candy was sold for 50% off, so he would buy mountains of candy enough to last him year round. When he read books, he would frequently eat candy to satisfy his sweet tooth. Knowing this, he would store candy in his socks, between books, in his car, and even inside his flower pots. One day, Big W wanted to cook up a dish using his recipe book, but adding his own little spices and twists to it. Because he had just come back from basketball practice, he was extremely exhausted and didn't want to buy groceries. He then remembered he had just bought some groceries the other day and decided to use what he had. After cooking up his meal and eating it, he just wanted to relax and read his book, munching on his favorite candy. Big W later dozed off until the next morning.
That morning, the clock failed, making Big W late for work.
Oh no, I'm late for work. How can this be? The dinner must have made me fall into a deep sleep.
He then rushed to the bathroom to shower and quickly change, grabbing his jacket and flying out the door. As he drove out of his driveway, his stomach started to growl.
Oh no, he shouted. I forgot to grab my lunch. It's okay. Hopefully, I have some candy stashed away in the car.
He said, as he drove off. As he drove towards the stop sign and pressed on the brake, he felt a piece of candy move in his shoe.
There's my candy.
He said, smiling. As he continued to drive, he could help but notice three big trucks parked along the sidewalk. One truck had hay, another had sticks, and the last one filled with bricks. Big W was excited to have new neighbors.
I can't wait to meet my new neighbors. Later that day at work, he got hungry and decided to eat some of the candy that was stashed away in his shoe. He regretted it instantly, as one bite of that candy had him screaming at the top of his lungs. Ouch, I'm in pain. My teeth are in pain. He immediately drove back home and called in sick for the rest of the day. As Big W drove home, he was in extreme agony. The only thing he could do was hum a soft melody to ignore the sharp pain in his teeth, tears rolling down his face. Driving, he passed by the same block that he had seen the trucks parked. To his surprise, he sees two new freshly built homes, one made of hay with a little pig watching TV inside, one made of sticks with another little pig playing video games inside, and one that was still being built. The little pig was working very hard, stacking brick by brick, making sure his house was sturdy. He had just finished stacking his last brick. Big W saw the little pig take a deep breath of accomplishment, clapping his hands together and smiling. Removing the sweat from his forehead, he says, I'm finally done. Now I can relax.
Big W finally made it home. Parking his car, he rushed inside to call his dentist, telling him he's in a lot of pain and that all he wanted was for the pain to go away. Mr. P, the dentist, understood the emergency. When he arrived, the assistant took him to the x-ray room. Mr. P looked at the x-ray and gave him the disappointing news that it would cost him $20,000 to fix his teeth. Big W almost fell off his chair when he saw how much the cost was to fix his teeth. He told the dentist to pull out the damaged teeth because he would rather drink a soup and eat veggies for the rest of his life than to pay that much. The dentist pulled his teeth out and he finally relaxed as the pain went away. He thought to himself he was driving home.
I don't have much teeth anymore to eat all the candy and food that I have bought. I might as well give it away to the three little pigs that just moved in as a way to introduce myself.
So he decided to stop by the nearest store and purchase 3 baskets to fill up with his food and candy. On that day he was off from work. He spent hours preparing 3 gift baskets. Big W drove to the 3 houses made out of hay, sticks, bricks to introduce himself to the 3 little pigs. As he got out of the car, standing in front of the house made of hay, he remembered that he forgot to take his allergy pills, and it was an allergy season. Thinking it was fine, he went to drop off the first baskets. Before he could knock on the door, his allergies kicked in and he sneezed. But all the little pigs heard while inside the hay house was,
Puff, puff, ah!
and the little hay house went blowing down. The little pig was stuck under the hay house but wasn't hurt. Big W felt very bad and was very scared. He went through the hay to try to find the little pig, but the pig saw him. He screamed.
Ah, don't eat me, please.
The little pig got up and quickly ran to his brother's house that was made out of sticks.
Big W did not want the little pig to get the wrong idea, so he chased after him, saying, Hey, please don't run away. I have something for you. Running, the little pig was very fast and managed to get to the house of sticks way before Big W could. The pig went inside the house of sticks and told his brother, Brother, a wolf is trying to eat us. He's coming. He blew my house down, locked the doors. The 2 little pigs were hugging each other, crying, thinking they were about to get eaten. Big W was out of breath, as he should not be running when his allergies are bad. Holding the baskets of food and candy, he felt very sad that the little pig was running away from him. He just wanted friends. When he got to the house that was made out of sticks, he was very tired and out of breath. He exhaled super hard, but just with that one breath, he sneezed again. Achoo! The house of sticks came crashing down. The 2 little pigs under the house did not get hurt, but was stuck under the sticks. Big W gasped, seeing that he accidentally destroyed another house. He said, I'm so sorry, let me help you guys. But the 2 little pigs were under the sticks and they heard incorrectly. They heard the wolf say, I'm sorry that your life has to come to an end this way, ha ha ha. Big W dug through the sticks trying to find the 2 little pigs underneath. Right before he reached out to help them, the 2 little pigs screamed, running away to get to their big brother's house. Ah, get away from us, don't eat us, please. The 2 little pigs ran as fast as they could, barging into their big brother's house. Big brother, please save us. A giant scary wolf is here to eat us. He blew down both of our houses. What will we do? The big brother calmed the 2 younger piglets down. Guys, calm down. My house is very strong and will not be blown away. We will be safe. Big W was very sad now. He walked to the last house defeated. Getting to the front of the door, he decided not to knock, but placed down the 3 baskets and ran back to his car before he sneezed again. The 3 pigs inside heard rustling and thudding, but ultimately the brick house was not blown down, and the 3 little pigs cheered, praising the big brother on his hard work. Good job, big brother, you saved us. The 3 little pigs celebrated and jumped with joy.
Big W drove back home and started his vegetarian diet and soup journey, drinking the soup and learning to accept things for how they are. He later bought new recipe books on how to cook variety of vegetarian meals and delicious soups. You see, although people may believe that I was hell, that I was a bad person based on how I look, I know in my heart that I am a good person with good intentions. And that, my friends, is the true story of the Three Little Pigs and how I, Big W, also known as a big bad wolf, was framed for something that I did not even do. Thanks. Thank you for listening. Thank you.